Forrest allegedly kidnapped her, took her into the woods, tied her up.
During the struggle, I choked her to death.
We learned today that Warren Forrest told his counselor that he has attacked 13 women.
He's one of the most notorious serial killers in Washington state history, known for kidnapping and brutally murdering at least 2 young women, torturing and leaving their bodies in remote areas. Today, the extent of Warren Forrest's crimes still isn't fully known, including the number of victims. Investigators believe it all started with 16-year-old Jamie Grissim.
She was very outgoing. She made friends easily. People liked her.
Jamie was one of 10 children, growing up in foster care with her big sister under the same roof. She attended Fort Vancouver High School in the early 70s. Star Lara, a year younger, in junior high. She says she remembers it all, saying they were best friends who did everything together.
We went to summer camp together. We went to vacation Bible school.
It's been 54 years since she's seen Jamie and remembers vividly the day her life changed forever.
When I came home from school that day, she wasn't there, and she had told me to be sure and tell our foster mother that she was walking home from school and she'd be home about 1:30. Well, I get home at like 4, between 4 and 4:30, and I noticed she wasn't there, and I said, "Where's Jamie?" And our foster mother, Grace, said, "Well, she's not home yet."
She tried everything, calling Jamie's friends and eventually their caseworker, trying to figure out what happened to her.
She had savings of $80, and back then that was a good amount of money. They're not going to disappear in the middle of winter.
Days turn into weeks, months, and eventually decades.
So I held out hope. I'd write her letters. I'd buy her birthday and Christmas presents, and I wanted her to know I didn't forget her when she came back.
According to the Clark County Sheriff's Office, Jamie's wallet was found 6 months after she disappeared, near a road in Dole Valley in rural Clark County. But they were never able to find Jamie. Star tells me it wasn't until years later, in 2012, when she first heard the name Warren Forrest.
I was working downtown Vancouver for a construction company, and I happened to find out that he lived less than 2 miles from us. It chills me. Even now, I thought, it was like a few months back, I just realized that my school bus went back past his house the very day. And every day since, that it went right past his house.
It's still unknown how or if Jamie and Forrest met. Her sister thinks likely when she'd walk home from school. But despite attempts, he's never confessed or ever been charged in Jamie's case.
We have continued to have conversations with him.
Fred Neiman works on the cold case unit with the sheriff's office. He says while Jamie may have been Forrest's first victim, she wasn't the last. To date, there are 7 women's deaths the sheriff's office believes are connected to him. Only 2 of those he's been convicted of.
What makes you think Warren Forrest is involved in these other cases?
The MO similarities, there's some circumstantial evidence that would link him to some of these cases. Others are less concrete and are more just based on timeline, location, similarities.
The search for Jamie continues. Neiman tells me they have plans in the coming months to search the Dole Valley area again for her remains, thanks to a recent tip by someone who may have seen her body after she died.
We've heard rumors, but it's always been third or fourth hand information that we've gotten about this tip, about seeing a female in the woods, either scream for help or tied to a tree or something along those lines in the early 70s. But that was never corroborated by a direct source. And like I said, we never contacted that witness directly until last year.
I have more hope now than ever that her remains could be found because they have a specific area now.
Today, there's still 4 young women Neiman and his team don't have answers for. This includes 18-year-old Barbara Derry, last seen in 1972. Her body was found just a month later. 14-year-old Diane Gilchrist, last seen in downtown Vancouver. Her body was never found. 19-year-old Gloria Knudsen, last seen in downtown Vancouver. Her remains found 4 years later near Lacamas Lake. And finally, 18-year-old Carol Valenzuela. She went missing in 1974. A hunter found her remains about a mile from where Jamie's wallet was found. While these women didn't get to live to share their stories, 2 others did.
I am a survivor of Warren Forrest.
Norma Lewis was just 15 years old when she first encountered Forrest.
I was sitting on the side of the road, having a cigarette, watching the cars go by, and just about done, ready to get up and go home. I had to be home, help my mom with dinner. And I saw a blue van come out of town, and he did the whole brake check, turn, look thing, and look back. And he slowed down, but then he went around the curve. And he was slowing down, going around the curve. And I thought in my mind, he's going to turn around and come back. I probably should just get up and walk home now. I have no idea why I didn't.
That's when she tells me the man in the blue van offered her a ride home. She said yes, not knowing what was ahead. Being driven to a forest and tied up between 2 trees.
And he leaves, just leaves me there. And I just lay there quietly, struggling to get my head closer to the tree, to get the strain off my neck, pushing with my heels to try and get myself closer to the tree that my head was tied to. And as I was doing that, my head was moving, and I kept moving it to try and get it a little looser so that there was more room and I wasn't as strangled as I was. And when I turned my head, my teeth scraped on the twine, and my teeth were overlapped at that point when I was a teenager, and I started sawing back and forth with my front teeth and kind of chewing.
That's how she escaped, eventually coming loose from the trees, but still bound by her hands and feet, knowing her time was limited.
It was just trees, it was all forest, I didn't see anything else.
She says after what felt like hours of hopping to safety, she eventually found help. She says the man who caused these injuries to her was Warren Forrest. Neiman tells me Forrest was never charged for kidnapping Norma, but she's still fighting for justice, testifying in court for other victims of Forrest, like the 2023 trial for Martha Morrison, found dead at just 17.
Every time they brought him in, seeing him frail and gray and haggard, chains on his waist and his wrists and his ankles, I began to come to terms with it and feel better about it.
Today, Forrest is serving 2 life sentences in a Washington state prison, and while he will be behind bars for the rest of his life, the sheriff's office still hopes to bring justice to the other families seeking answers, and says it's possible more people out there know something.
We're always looking for people to come forward and talk to our cold case investigators. Surprisingly, we can still make progress even after all these years.
And it's not just tips. He's also hoping DNA could play a huge role in these cases and maybe shed light on some they don't even know about.
For the last several years, we've been researching how best to re-examine hairs that were found in Warren Forrest's van from the 70s.
It's details like that Neiman hopes leads to yet another conviction and sets them on a path for more DNA matches from other victims to bring justice to not only them, but for their families.